The success of home gaming is extremely evident, even carrying on to this day. However, gamers dreamt of taking their favourite games everywhere they went. This was made a reality in '89 when Nintendo's Game Boy was launched. Nintendo and Sega were also still in competition, therefore Sega had to hit back. They released the Game Gear in '91 to compete with the Game Boy. At the festival we have 3 different handheld consoles. We begin with the Game Boy Pocket, released in '96, which is an updated version of the original handheld console. The console is smaller in size and takes less batteries, which is bizarre due to it lasting longer than the original model. Original Game Boy games could also be played on the newer console. The game playing here is tennis, originally released for Game Boy. It does exactly what it says on the tin, you simply play a nice game of tennis. There are many more sport-related games released on this console, but this was the most famous, even having Mario as the umpire. What more could you ask for? To compete with Nintendo, Sega released the Game Gear. This is very similar to the Game Boy, apart from the use of full colour, once again improving the level of graphics. The Game Gear also has a backlight, meaning that gamers can play in darker areas. Enhancing the screen's light made it easier to see. The games were very similar to the Mega Drive games. The example here is a handheld version of Sonic 2, meaning gamers could play their consoles on the go. Once Nintendo realised Sega had full colour and a backlight, they adapted and upgraded their Game Boy Advances to Game Boy Advance SP. This was a smaller and more compact version of the Game Boy Advance. This made it more portable compared to the other handheld devices, like the previous Game Boy Advance and Game Gear. The games on the Game Boy Advance were even more varied, and they also re-released classic NES and Super Nintendo games, even Sega games such as Sonic and many more. The example here is Super Mario Advance 4. It was during this time that the Game Gear had died out, leaving Nintendo to rule the best in the handheld gaming area.